And oh my goodness, this is going to be the update. It's going to register as a vlog, and we're going to do a little intuitive thing at the end, but I did want to tell you guys about the class. The class happened today. It was the Third Eye Gathering. She does it every Friday, which is very cool. It starts at 9:30. It goes till 10:45, but because there's so much concentrated material, it went on for much longer than that. And so the group was quite small. It wasn't like a huge class, it wasn't that big, but it was just enough to meet your peers. A lot of them were my age, a lot of them varied, and I wanted to share my story. So it basically was broken down in 4 areas, which I can readily explain to you guys. I'm sharing it fresh from the class because it's still new. It's still very, very felt in my system. And I got some stones there too, because it's also a store. In the back is the classes, in the back is yoga. So she has rooms in the back which are very, very beautiful. I think Leslie built them herself, or maybe with help with her husband. Her name is Leslie Loaiza, and she is the owner of My Lucky Karma out here where I live. It's in the high desert of California. And basically it caters to crystal merchandising. She also has services which include Reiki. There's a lot of different healing programs that she'll do. There's some seasonal, and I found that there's also weekly on the website. So the weekly one is the Third Eye Gathering class. The first breakdown of it on arrival is she let us know what the class was going to be about. So with the third eye, it's tapping into your center third eye, which is geared toward your high priest, high priestess, your intuition. Your intuition is the most sentient thing above your physical body. We're only here in the physical for a very, select period of time. So I noticed meditation came first. She played music and the whole group closed their eyes. So we got to feel our surroundings, the imagery that came to us, angel numbers, whatever was sent to you during that period of time. And the most intriguing part of it is that everybody got to share. Everybody got to say what their downloads were. And it was like, for the first time in my life, and I might get choked up about it, everybody joined in to say what their downloads were. I have never heard downloads from other people. I've always channeled on my own, mediumed on my own. So that was beautiful. And the funny thing is, you guys, is that everybody had an in tandem thing that connected it. So that was beautiful, and that lasted for about 20 minutes, about 19. After that, we went right into a call with a person that nobody knew. I believe Leslie had said that it was her sister-in-law. So her name was Lauren, and we called Lauren in Texas. And I forgot what part was said in Texas on the phone call, and it was Zoomed for all the class. So each and every one of us sitting got to write down particular notes of a deceased loved one that Lauren had already said goodbye to, and we found out later her name was Umparo, which is her grandmother, and I took notes. I will share the notes actually in my next vlog. And it was so interesting as we were reviewing our notes, and everybody was different. It seemed, and I'm not saying this to be partial on the channel or anything, the notes that I wrote were very connected to her. Amongst all the other shared ones, I think there were more bulleted points because I brought up that she passed in the fall. I brought up a little bit more particulars. I brought up the color red, which was her grandmother's favorite color. So that mediumship ability allowed me to know that I actually have it, and it was proof. It was stated there, so I wasn't afraid to bring that out, especially when it was in public with other people. After that step, and it was very, very serious and lovely, we said goodbye to Lauren, which was on Zoom or on camera. I think she FaceTimed her. And the whole class got to continue and write notes. So at this point, it's already an hour in after all of those things. We got to have bathroom breaks if you wanted to leave. You could also meditate more, which was encouraged. And there was a lot of candles. And you guys know that your girl over here loves candles. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick intuitively, and I learned this actually from Leslie. I'm going to shuffle my 78 cards here, and I'm going to try to connect with the cards based off of my intuitive meeting. So you guys are going to hear how I describe the cards based off of this morning. And I thought this was going to be a cool exercise to add. So from the Third Eye Gathering, which happened this morning at 9 a.m., and I already see the bottom of the deck. It's actually the Nine of Pentacles, which is a single girl, which your girl over here is. We're going to draw what I felt, okay? Now, this is correlated to the actual gathering, and I'm going to tell you what the cards mean for me. I'm going to describe them to you guys as a little exercise. And then you guys can also write what these cards mean for you today. It's also a two-way street. So half of this is going to be for you to journal, and I will tell you on my end what it means for me. The third eye chakra, please. We're going to do a third eye chakra, a little meetup here. Okay, and then this vlog will close and I'll show you guys my notes in the next one. The third eye, can we get the power of the third eye? We have one hanging out more than the others. Ace of Pentacles. I felt this in person at the class. You can also write down what the Ace of Pentacles means for you. It's a gathering or a opportunity or something being offered your way. I felt this in terms of friendship as meeting them today. Excuse me. We also have Temperance. I felt a lot of this too during meditation when we got to share what we were seeing, like the colors, the vibrancy, the people that were there were interesting. The guy sitting adjacent to me was Hawaiian and Portuguese, which correlates with my family lineage. My grandmas actually have Portuguese in their blood. So it was really cool how we were all connecting, but we all had very different downloads. I felt the patience, and this means patience is restored. It's Sagittarius. You could feel fire energy in the day. And I felt the Ace of Pentacles also in friendship. So I got to meet people who were my exact age, which was absolutely titillating. And the Ace of Pentacles is here to bring in a fresh new offering. Not a bresh new, but a fresh new. Three of Cups. I definitely experienced this in a group setting. I've always been like on my own, being a channeler, reading for Libra Light for 2 years. Before that, I was taking clients at home. So I definitely felt that the peer level of being in the Three of Cups or getting out was long overdue. Because I don't meet people my age. Even at the kids' school, the parents vary in age and you can't really find, I'm in my 30s, by the way. So the Three of Cups is something that I felt, and also meeting new faces. I saw physical faces today. My teacher was very physical with me. So I got, this reading is checking out so far as a personal. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, slow to grow, but it's coming in. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very plentiful, very vibrant. As you can see here, he is almost like a prince in Arabia. He's ready for an adventure too because he's a traveler. You could be traveling to these new things. I never thought that this place was even in my hometown. Like, I'm going to get emotional about it because I never thought these services were offered down the street. It takes me 10 minutes to get there. So there'll be another class next week where we have to print a picture of a deceased loved one, and we're going to practice intuitive tellings, also working with that third eye. So I felt this too. Slow to grow, but it's coming along. It could even have been a surprise event or even a person in the midst that is, you know, the Knight of Pentacles. He works towards stability, but he knows it's slow. He knows he cannot rush it. And I felt that also. So maybe you can write today what's in the Knight of Pentacles for you in your life that you're working on. The missed opportunity. My missed opportunity with this and the emotional Page of Cups there, very, very youthful. I felt that when we were doing mediumship in the class, when we were working with Lauren. This missed opportunity, I want to refer to this whole card before I close out the vlog because I feel like I could have done this a lot sooner. I feel like it could have been a couple of years ago. So that was the missed opportunity. But also it's coming at a really interesting time in my age. And I wanted to share that with you is go search in your town. I mean, I came across this studio by accident. I believe like I was drawn to the crystals just in the window. I didn't think that there were services there. I didn't think, you know, it's like Pandora's box gets exquisitely open to you. I'm so excited. I'm like tripping over my words. I was so happy today. And I'm happy to share it on Libra Light because you guys are my family. And I've called you my family for 2.5 years. And this is a space where we actually do practice channeling. And we do a little mediumship here too. And I didn't think I was as talented. And my teacher was even like, Ariane's like guessing everything in class today. So I'll show you my paperwork. I will show you the notes that we wrote down in my next vlog. I think I'm going to do it in my car just so it's a little quieter as the boys are about to come home. And I wanted to share with you that I love you You can take notes from this video and actually try to practice it at home, because it can be done at home what we did in class today. It just means that we met new faces. That was the only intricate part, and we experienced that Three of Cups. Also, this can be in today's energy because I shuffled, and that card packet is saged. So I want to thank you for your time. If you're interested, look up any services of Reiki, any services of chakra healing in your town. I highly recommend it because I feel like now my tarot reading can zoom off into another direction, and it doesn't have to just be YouTube every day. I feel like I can share with you and grow along the process. So there'll be a lot of these vlogs, by the way. I think this is the first of many. I want to thank you for your time. Please go enjoy your Friday and release yourself to have your own Three of Cups.